Yes.
I have to tell you something later.
All right, call this meeting of the Water Board. First item is approval of minutes from the February 8th meeting.
Motion to approve the minutes of the board meeting held, the minutes on February 8th, 2022.
I second it.
Motion second, we approve the minutes from February 8th. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Claims?
I'll make a motion to approve the list of claims dated February 22nd, 2022.
I'll second.
There's a motion second, we approve the claims dated February 22nd. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Purchase orders. Excuse me.
In front of you, 9 purchase orders. The first one is Swan Analytical. It's chlorine analyzer reagents for $2,700. The second is to Delco Incorporated for replacing the boiler condensate return pump and tank. This was in our capital plan for the year for $19,708.16. The third is to Midwest Meter. This is Ramshorn and check valves for stock for $2,966.22. Those are meter setting devices. The next is to Ferguson, a 2-inch pit setter. This was confirming. We discovered that we didn't have one in stock. We had a new customer that requested a tap, and they had paid for it, and we were able to track one down. The wait time on them is incredibly long, as everything is getting that way right now. So we were able to find one and get it in. So this one's confirming for $3,039. Number 5 is to Midwest Meter. This is pit setters for stock to replenish the stock and have a few extra on hand for $27,203.50. The next one is to Ferguson for valves for stock for $9,662. The next one is to Ferguson. This is Twilight Paint Extension. We received all the payments for that we were anticipating, and we have main material in stock enough to do the project, but we need to order to replace it to put back on the shelf. And with the current delay of approximately 5 months, we're going to order right away. And that project, the materials for that is $19,584.50. Then the next one is to McCann. This is for our number 1 case backhoe. This is confirming we had hose break, and the water pump was failing, and so this is to get those repairs made along with regular maintenance. This is for $2,912.96. And the last one is to Frakes. This is a laptop for the plant. This is a laptop that allows our plant superintendent to see how the plant is operating remotely. And that one is for $1,500.
Did you have to prepay for that, those pit setters?
No, the ones for stock. That's why we're doing a PO for those to place the order.
Okay.
The one that's confirming, we needed to get that in right away.
Right.
So.
I'll make a motion to accept the list of purchase orders dated 2/22/2022.
I'll second it.
Motion second, that we approve the purchase orders dated February 22nd. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Financials, Chris.
Take you through the cash flow real quick. We took in $624,053 for the month. Actually didn't do any bad debt recoveries. That doesn't happen very often. There's usually something in there. Our expenditures were $502,078, not including our transfers. We spent $34,862 on inventory items and $79,727 for some capital items. Left us with a balance of $987,556. Now on page 3, in the expense section, line item 2 is a little bit high over our forecast that we had our IDEM public water expense in there. It was $13,162. And line item 3 is over a little bit for some truck repairs that we had. There was actually no NIPSCO bills received in January, so that left us with a net income for the month of $14,856. They will end up showing up in February. We had a loss in the prior year, so we're a little better. On page 4, you'll see the purchase power line for the NIPSCO bills is blank. The contracted services, we had some elevator maintenance in there. The truck repairs are in there, as well as a bill that was paid for our audit last year. And then in the miscellaneous line item, you'll see our item fell in that section, so we're over forecast on that. Unless there's any questions, that's all I've got.
Any questions of Chris?
I'll make a motion to approve the financial statement for ending January 31st, 2022.
I'll second it.
There's a motion and a second to reapprove the financials dated January 31st, 2002. On the question? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, approve the engineering quote for Twilight Drive.
Yes.
Go.
At this point in time, our intention was to extend water main to 207 Twilight Drive. Doyle and Associates has provided us a quote of $12,150 to do the engineering to get to that point. I would like to recommend that we allow the engineering of the entire length of Twilight Drive, which would be an additional $15,600 for a total of $27,750. Once we start laying water main on Twilight, I'm expecting additional people to be interested in getting service. And so by having this engineered in advance, when we do get to a point where we have to extend further, we already have all of our drawings in place, and then all we'd have to do is do the notice of intent to extend it further and order materials.
And how many houses do we have hooked up now, lined up?
Lined up right now, we have, let's see, 2 houses and 2 properties that are, one is under construction right now, and the other one is a property that property owner wanted to have the water available at their property for the future, for the value of their property. But they're probably not going to build on it, but they're likely to sell it in the next few years.
That was a couple more than that.
Oh, there were a total of 6 properties available to that extension.
Yeah, maybe that's
It's a short one, yeah.
All right. Anybody have any questions of Chris on this?
So you needed an approval then? Is that what you're asking
Yeah,
for?
make a motion.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, we need an approval, and then that's up to the board to decide if you want to go with my suggestion or if you only want to do the engineering for the small portion.
Okay. I motion to approve the engineering quote for Twilight Drive water main extension in the amount that you quoted, the $27,750? Is that correct?
Yeah, that would be the full length.
Okay, and is that with Mr. Doyle, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. That's my motion.
I'll second that.
Okay.
Motion second that we approve the engineering proposal from John Doyle and Associates in the amount of $27,750 for Twilight Drive. Any additional discussion?
May I ask, how many more houses do you think maybe once you do this part?
Off the top of my head, I think I know there's approximately between 6 to 8 actual houses, and then there's a few empty properties
Okay.
to the end of
That
Twilight.
should be good for future. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
All right, there's a motion on the floor. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Good for them.
All right, old business.
At our last meeting, I was asked to provide the administrator costs for our pension. We were discussing we had the increase. They had sent that quote for increasing the cost, which was a very small increase, and the first one they had in many, many years. The representative from Harbor Trust was here, and he heard that request, so he provided me the information for that as well. Concerning the administrator, this is Bank of America, McCready and King. In 2021, our actual management costs were $10,192.51. And then there was an additional $1,700 for preparing retirement documents or termination documents for employees that retired or left us. So that was our expense with Bank of America last year. And we, as a department, pay that directly. It's not coming from the funds of the pension. The trustee, Harbor Trust, their standard fees are 1.2% of market value, but as of December 31st, they only charge us 0.45% of the market value. So we're getting a good deal on that. That funding does come out of the pension fund directly.
Okay, not bad for $19 million portfolio.
Yeah, well, it's only 18.1 now.
Yeah.
The market's been a little rough this past
Yeah,
week.
this last week.
I know.
Yeah, we lost about $1 million in it in a little over a month, but it's still in great condition.
Yeah.
It's,
All right.
and then did have one other item under old business. The union is reviewing that proposal concerning the Juneteenth holiday, and I'm waiting to hear back from them.
Okay. All right, anybody else have old business? New business? No new business? Public comment?
I have a public comment.
Sure.
Valerie Gigas, Michigan City Common Council. I just have a question. So I'm new at this board, so forgive me if this is a silly question, but I hear that you are going to Twilight to extend even the water. Is there any coordination with the sewer to do both things at once?
I don't know that they have any sewer utility in that area.
I don't.
No. Basically, what we've run into, that area, the problem we have in that area is that it's partially developed, and there's a lot of homes in there and folks that already have wells. And so, over the years, we've wanted to provide water service into the area. We do sell water to Michiana, Michigan, and we've had a water line to Michiana, Michigan since 1974, I believe. And so we've always been interested in selling water in the area, but there's never really been a desire for it. And it's just recently that we've had a lot of desire and folks that are willing to pay their portion to get that water main extended. But yeah, I know getting sewer up there, I know there's folks that probably would like that. But we haven't really gotten into that with the sewer utility because I know that they're not very close to that.
They're not close at all, but I'm just saying, like, in general, if we're expanding water, sometimes it's just more efficient to do both services at once, no? If they're close enough.
If they're close enough, there may be some benefits, but they have to be, because water and sewer lines have to be so far apart, you essentially have to cut 2 trenches to do those jobs, or, so there's...
It's not 100% efficient, you're saying?
There are times that it makes sense, where we have certain developments where we're both going in that same area, and in those situations I do try to work with the sewer utility if we can. So.
Thank you, just curious.
We're in different districts too. Water has different boundaries and sanitation, doesn't it?
I'm not sure how far the sanitary district reaches into that area.
Right.
And we go all the way to the state line, and then our service area our potential service area is a lot larger than what we currently serve. That was worked out with IURC a few years ago, and that's all been finalized. So, but in the sanitary district, I really don't know in great detail what their boundaries are.
It's a good question. Good question.
All right, any other comments from the public? Director's comments? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
A motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Motion second to adjourn, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned.
Thank you.